Here you go, see.
Oh, long day, but hanging in there.
I have that in the office when we're done
What's that?
for you.
Oh, God.
That would be wonderful and the window open.
Yeah, I agree, window. Yeah.
Looks like it's plugged in.
Probably the grated shut. Oh, big spiders.
We almost see next year. Or you're burning. Lazy. Does that work?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't see.
Oh,
Done my hair. Just kidding.
I know, well, last
I'm
meeting,
kidding.
it was blowing, disgusting, it blowing it all in our lap. But it's easier for me to type than write. Right now, so.
What's it? Yeah, it was not mine anymore, so it was okay for him to do that. Hello, lady.
No.
I'm sending her because I'm wondering, are you busy Monday?
Is there a baseball game?
Double header. Oh, no. Well,
Don't we help?
if you would, because I don't want to cook both games. I want to watch the first one. With your assistance. Well, Arch will be there.
Because somebody will line me out, right?
Yeah. Okay. We just need 2 people.
Maybe that's what I can.
Oh, you can use it.
You let me do
I'll let you use it.
Has everybody behind me signed this?
Oh, I'm sorry, I would have passed it back there. I think everybody got it.
Oh,
Oh, I think, yeah, there's pin.
I almost gave you
Is it
pen.
just- Yes.
His resident. Yeah, that's a network. Here, okay. Oh, Jory signed that.
Yeah, I don't think you have to.
Right?
Yeah, here, have it.
Oh,
No.
you sure?
Yeah,
Like that.
besides there's another one up there if I want.
Oh, yeah.
So, no, on the, go to billing,
Or
go
those-
to the board online tab.
Is that the one that's like way out on like in that earth?
No, they're right across from, St. Bede's, in that big medical building.
On the opposite side of 27.
Yeah, yeah, they're the top 100,
Really?
and they have been for years.
Really?
I insisted on taking my kids for
Gotcha.
everything.
Yeah, and the only reason I went there is because we had to
Yeah.
pick a local provider, and it was either them or St. Bede's, and I had used our insurance for 15 years, so I was like, it really doesn't matter to me, and then this happened. Yeah, obviously it mattered to me, so.
Yeah, the guy on.
Legit?
Lost.
It was up 3% a year.
Yeah.
They had taken a rate increase in, what, 4 years? It was out of the same.
Some of that stuff we'll be able to get back, so.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting.
guess we just as well get on. Let's start with a pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. First thing on our agenda is Carbon County Sheriff, and they did not know if he would be available tonight.
He's right there.
You made it. Great. I didn't see you sneak in.
Yep, I'm quiet.
Good, good. So what do you got for us?
Okay, so does everybody know who I am? I'm Deputy Ben LeBrun with the Carbon County Sheriff's Office. So I think I've met some of you guys, so especially Jay. I guess what do you usually want to know?
Well, normally,
Hours.
I don't have the numbers for the hours. Josh was not able to make it tonight, that's why I'm here.
Okay.
I don't have the numbers for the hours and stuff. I know we've had a considerable amount more of hours given the previous flood incident here. And we're continuing to try and put more hours in here as possible. We've had a couple incidents in town that I'm sure most of you are aware about. We had a drunk driving crash incident the other night that is currently under investigation. We also had a theft of a pickup and boat in a short, slow-speed pursuit that occurred during the flood incident through the flood zone. And the arrest has been made in that, and it is currently being prosecuted.
so overall, how are things looking for the town?
Overall, law enforcement wise, I think everything is looking pretty good. Like I said, we're trying to put more hours in town, and if we're not able to be in town, we're trying to spend more time closer to the area, so we have better response time when you guys do call.
I know there was some fraud, at least there was some allegations of fraud. Is that something that your office has taken
That would
a
be
look
something
at?
we would handle. I didn't receive any, I received one call, never could get anything worked out on that one. I've heard that there was other calls, but I'm not familiar with any of the cases, if there's any active cases on it.
Would you look into that and get back to Tim?
I can do that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Because I think that's gonna be an ongoing issue.
I think it is too, yep.
Where FEMA's involved, the money's involved.
Yep,
We have to be on top of that.
yep, and we will definitely try and stay on top of that. And if you guys hear anything, let us know.
Any other questions for the sheriff's department? Nope.
Sir, thank you.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you.
That's gonna give him a slow clap, but.
Next one. Public comment for those items that are not on the agenda. Do you have anything you'd like to bring up?
Hold on one second.
I got a lot of questions. I don't know who I need to submit to. I'm Joshua Haney. I live down here on East River. Most of you guys know me. I'm pretty obvious. Why is the water so high? With all the COVID money that came into town, stuff like that, did that go any to alleviate the burden on all the taxpayers here? We just got here 2 years ago, and we live in the desert, and I paid less money to live in the desert for water than I do here. I mean, it's beautiful. I don't mind paying a little extra for beauty, but when my lawn looks like I need to feed the cows, something's wrong.
Well, we do have high water rates. And it was by, federal mandate. We borrowed money from the federal government to put in wells and the sewer. So they mandated that we increase our rates to be able to pay them back.
Cover the note.
Yeah, yeah, we had to borrow money to do it, so that was part of the deal. So we had to raise our rates to cover that.
And this little town doesn't have a lot of money coming in, as you well know.
Yeah, I was
There's
gonna
not
ask.
a lot of commercial.
The revenue, like, is most revenue from the city, from the taxpayers paying for the water? How do we
Almost
bring businesses
100%.
in? That's another.
Water,
question
sewer,
later
and
on, so.
garbage is the only thing that we make money on. We make very little on taxes that comes in for roads.
no tourism, no business coming in that way. Vargas, nothing, the bar down here.
They
So
pay
we-
their share.
Do we have a planning committee in this town to bring businesses in? Has anyone formed one of those? Because I'm tired of paying higher taxes.
We've talked about it.
Well, let's roll with
There've
it.
been previous ones.
Haven't been a lot of people step up to do it.
I'm here. If y'all need help, anybody, I got nothing better to do. Like, I know you guys work your butts off, stuff like that. I'm medically retired. Y'all need help, just let me know. I mean, I don't want to be out there hauling hay. Don't call me for that. But other stuff,
I might just add that the fact that our sewer was one of the only ones around us that handled the onslaught that came down that river. We have towns around us that pay less for their services, and they had a real hard time.
with our city attorney, is there any recourse for the FEMA admitted that their sensors failed? And therefore, we didn't get proper notification. Had we had notification, maybe this wouldn't have happened so bad. So with the money that we owe the government, maybe they can give some of it back, because that's their fault. I think we should look into something like that. That's just my idea, but I'll just sit down here and listen to you guys.
It's a good point, but I don't know
Maybe that's a good point.
where you would, I guess it would be up to the townsfolks to contact their congressman and senators and that type of thing.
And the county
Let 'em
commissioner
know.
and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Awesome, thank you guys. Hey, by the way, thank you all. No one's seen this and you guys handled it admirably, so thank you all from our perspective.
Thank you.
Why don't you explain to him, I think the new people ought to know that you guys have stepped up to the plate trying to get the water paid up and stuff, but it was a previous, 2 or 3 previous administrations that got us in the hole we are with the water rates, the price they are.
That's water everywhere.
you know,
No,
It
it's not.
isn't.
it's
It's not.
an interesting point,
Sorry, Mom.
and in reality, it doesn't do anybody any good.
No, but it
To-
kinda
to
helps them to
put the blame.
understand
that-
why.
that- Like the current administration does, everything's somebody else's fault. That's not the way we work.
We've,
That's fine. When you-
I've looked at the cost, I've spoken with the attorneys about doing something. And they said it's cost prohibitive to do that.
Well, this was way back, you know,
Well,
it's just a
that's-
simple
that's
understanding.
What I wanted to get, to go back, I wanted to find out where it went, why it went, where it went. And he said, we can spend lots of money trying to figure out where it was. He said, and chances are you could prove that
Wouldn't give any back.
we wouldn't get nothing back.
Right.
So it's, he said it's counterproductive, and we couldn't. So that's where we're
So
at.
we're going forward the right way,
We're just going forward. We're gonna try to make every dollar count.
not spend what we don't have.
Yes, Tim.
I just have since we went through this, I have a recommendation. We do have a website for the town of Fromberg, and there's very little posted on it. I mean, the council members' names aren't posted on it, let alone their phone numbers posted on it.
We requested that.
No.
No.
But you know, if you have it at my problem is with this is if you have it posted outside of City Hall and stuff like that. We do live in a day and age that technology is a big deal with people and they don't necessarily always drive to the post office. I mean,
I know.
I get a number of my credit card statements online.
Let me explain why. Probably this is not, Lacey's the one that does that. I am not tech savvy and I can't get on her computer. You know, it's illegal for me to get on. She's the only person that we have that can do that. We cannot afford another clerk to come in, and her position, even as it is a part-time position. But she's been putting in 60+ hours a week the last few weeks, trying to get these things going and working with the FEMA people. And as you guys probably know, FEMA has, 101 steps, and if you don't complete the 101st step, you don't get the first step. So she's been very diligent in trying to make sure that we cross our T's and dot our I's.
I understand that, but this is prior to even this.
I know.
Yes, it
I-
is.
And when you have a 2020 water report still up there, that's the problem.
I would like to speak to this. And I think part of the reason that it isn't in there is it's not a priority. And that could change.
Yeah.
I think it is a priority in my mind to have stuff posted on there, especially agendas and things like that, because I like to be prepared. But also, some of the other stuff that you're talking about, I believe would be of benefit to the townspeople if it was there. If we deem it a priority, then we'll probably shift some of the time that's spent outside the office, maybe to that type of program. But Tim is the one that needs to do that because he's in charge of the employees. But if we, the council, tell Tim that we're concerned about it and we have, we think that it is a valid, something valid to do, then maybe
Then I would
that
pursue
would
it.
change.
When these guys get on my case, I get on their case. So, and that's what we need to probably do. If it's a concern to you, and I agree, more of it would be, we wouldn't have as many questions.
Well, it's always been the plan. It just never gets to that point because stuff just keeps happening over and over. The audit, and then the audit was just getting wrapped up, and then this happens. And
Yeah.
there's
There's a
just,
lot on
like,
the
right
plate.
now, there really is not time. I didn't even have time to put the flag up today.
Why don't somebody else mow so she has more time?
If we can find an able body that'll work unsupervised, that's the hardest thing.
Well, and I haven't even really been mowing this last month.
Trying to get
It's
somebody with
just
a work ethic is
Yeah.
everywhere.
so
We
good.
had volunteers mow
And
today.
actually, we had a volunteer today, volunteer to mow the city park, which I thought was a.
Oh, yeah, they mowed right here too.
It was nice.
That was
It was
nice.
good. And, yeah, it's just when bleed out, the town is pulling together to do that kind of stuff.
Because I'm sure you're well aware of 2 years ago when we brought in our other town employees that none of us were savvy to, and all of a sudden they showed up and nothing got done for 6 months, and we spent a lot of money on that. That was kind of our thing, is if we bring on a hand, they better be a hand. I mean, at least 4 fingers, they ain't gotta make a full hand, at least 4. That's all we need, at least somebody that can work
I
unsupervised.
still have 3.
Yeah, you did more than most people with 2 hands. That's,
Officer
it is-
LeBrun?
it is-
Yes, sir. Do you need to go?
No, I'm good.
You're good?
Yep.
If you need to get going, you can feel free.
Okay, no, I'm good. I'll hang out for a while.
Okay, thank you.
But I do agree that the website needs to be important and it needs to be a place where people can get real information and correct information and updated information. I was frustrated with that before I started working here when I tried to find stuff out. There's just gotta be the time. And it's not, I don't like the domain or what.
The format of it?
Yeah, it's really, actually really complicated, because I have posted things on there that I can't even find. And I don't know why it needs to be that complicated, like, just have an ad and.
So we
it
need
just-
somebody with,
That's an issue. If
It
it's
is,
not
it's
easy
really
for
not
you,
that
then
easy. I
we
mean,
need to fix that.
I just don't understand why it needs to be that
How do
complicated
we
to
fix
post
that?
something. That I don't know.
I think
We're
it's
just
going
need
to
to
be
wait.
I would say a good idea would be to reach out to an intern of today that's, say, 3 years in schooling, going into business marketing, any of that sort. It would be a drop in the hat. Let them sit down with a computer, you do your thing, and I guarantee a tech background in no time.
And was I do believe it was designed by Brett Kraft.
Yes.
Have you picked up the phone and called Brett?
Well, we talked to him a few weeks ago when we were trying to get something on there, and he said that he will make time to come here and walk me through it, this is not me.
Yeah, no, my understanding the other day from talking to somebody is he was very intelligent at what he does.
Yeah.
And
Not a good teacher.
And he was extremely reasonably priced.
Yeah.
You know, and you are dealing with a government website, so you can't just have somebody, that's kind of where you get into the other part.
Yes, you have a question.
I don't wanna pay someone to do a website. I wanna keep more money to lower my bills than pay someone for that. If we can have someone like a Facebook or update, I don't wanna pay someone a web design or anything like that. No offense, ma'am, it's a great idea, because we do need updates. But I don't wanna pay $10,000 a year to someone to type in messages.
We,
That's just me.
we really don't pay him that much. It was a one-time shot at like $300.
Oh, then hell yeah, let's go with that. I'm on board.
Well, is that, Lacey, would you look into that?
Yeah,
Let's-
well,
let's
I
try
mean, this
to-
is over with. I mean, it's not a priority for me right now.
No, we gotta.
FEMA is the priority now, because they are gonna run me ragged. Even though they're already running me ragged, and that guy's not even here yet. But, yeah, no, I've always thought that. I agree, I completely agree. That it needs to be a priority, and it needs to be important.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you, as soon as we kind of get caught up with everything, it'll become a higher priority. I promise you. And if it's not, remind me in a
Okay.
couple of months to where we at with this.
I just think it would be cost saving on the other hand with
It would be.
people calling and asking the same question over and over.
Oh, exactly. Is there a small boil alert? Yes. Yes, there is. I get that call. That's why it took me so long to even get prepared for this meeting, is because of the phone calls, which would have been exactly what you said. If they had somewhere to go look for that, would have solved all of that.
Well, we're too busy killing alligators to drain the swamp. So, we'll get caught up and we will address it. Yeah. Anything else on public comment?
I have one thing.
Yes, no.
I know you guys are gonna be tied up for a while, but I wish somebody would get on those trees down there on Third Avenue before they do hurt somebody. I mean, I realize that there's a lot of it, but I hope it's on your radar somewhere.
It is. I was actually hoping somebody would buy that place and cut the trees down. And now would be the ideal time to go down there and buy that place.
Come down on the west side.
I got one more.
Where's Jay at? Jay, remind your buddy that he needs to go buy that place.
I will. I'll text him.
Because he said he'd cut those trees down if he bought it.
Sell the wood, put the money in the coffers.
Yes. Well, then actually will. But you had a question.
When's the fiscal year begin?
July 1st.
July 1st? Okay, so the money's already spent for this year until next year, right?
No, we're just
No.
getting the money.
We're just getting.
We're starting over July 1st was
Yeah.
the starting over point where the budget starts over. But now, of course, everything is gonna be,
Okay, so
What
we do
much
have
do you-
something coming in.
What?
Is there a plan for any money that might become from FEMA, like personal assistance?
No, you can't.
We're way low, we're not even counting on that, so we're kind of lowballing where we would spend our money to make it maximize the most use out of it. Do y'all have a plan for anything like that?
Well, here's the thing with FEMA money, it's a wish.
Exactly.
And it's a hope. We can't spend that money until we get it. We have no idea if we'll get it. So we spend it before we get it, we don't know.
But if you don't have a
And,
plan.
Yeah, we do have some ideas as far as what to spend money on. We got some roads that are in really bad shape, not counting the roads over there. You know, that was the best roads we had in town. So, and now they're,
well, and they're also working on a documentation basis, so they will tell you what you can use it for. So tomorrow, our planner will be here and has to meet with us in the office, and we're gonna start the damages list for the infrastructure. And in the end, they will tell us what they will pay for, which is what we have to spend it on, basically.
Thank you.
Basically,
But they'll reimburse, they say that they'll reimburse some of the things that we had to pay for during all this that we wouldn't have had to pay for, like gravel and, everything that just wiped us clean. hopefully we'll get that reimbursed. So I'm keeping track of all those claims that come in, keeping them separate so that I can, like, we would not have been buying this you know,
Yeah.
if it wasn't for what was going on.
Yes.
Is there gonna be, a buffer down there to protect our water since it did get contaminated? Or, I mean, can the county help out there? I mean, they got a couple $1 million that they can help do. Can't they work with the government and the DEQ or something and,
You mean as far as our drinking water?
yeah, protect it?
Well,
I mean, I know you can't protect our properties because, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, everybody gets their property washed away down the river.
well, that's something that, you know, right now we're in the process of trying to get rid of the boil part. And I'll tell you that DEQ has a very strict set of rules.
DEQ?
Now, they're the ones that tell us when we can get rid of the boil. And Jay's been on the phone with them. I got updates from Scott Miller. He's been in touch with the governor, he just goes to the top and then they go down and then they come down to us. Which basically says that we have rules to follow. And that's what the rules, so we have to follow the rules. For our own safety.
Are you by any chance giving any kind of a water rate break to households that are on that boil because they're not really getting the benefit of having their water?
That's on the agenda for new business.
Okay, then I'll let it go.
That's something that we do need to discuss, yes.
No, what I mean is can you build a dike or something around that area to keep that, protect that? It doesn't affect the river, but it's protecting your,
Well, the property that's owned right there is owned by Mike Bentley
yeah.
and the people at Lover's Lane.
No, it was.
We would need to build a
Yeah.
rock dam basically out across there, fill it full of dirt, reclaim the land that was lost this past year, and then build it higher by about 4 feet higher than what the ground level is.
And do that with the
We're trying to
idea
listen
that
here.
this happens once every 1,000 years.
Yeah, but see, the thing is that even like with, I was there with.
It's a plan.
Mike Bentley was talking with the county commissioners, and they said, well, we'll handle it when it happens. Well, it's happened, so why don't they do something and do some handling? And I mean, I'm trying to get some pressure off of you guys as a city council. These guys from the county commissioners, they say, well, we'll wait till it happens, then we'll see what we can do.
Well, I can tell you that our current county commissioner has gone to bat for this town and for this side of the valley. And part of that is putting all that huge big rock in. Or you can't find a big rock in this part of the country for nothing. All that rock went to Red Lodge.
Yeah, but the railroad can come here and so they can dump all the rock along the railroad.
The railroad is their own entity. They can dump whatever they want in the river and that seems to be fine. But we cannot.
I know that, I understand that, but where's the equality in that?
Well, I'm not saying it's fair.
But I'm just saying, the county has the money, and they say, well, wait till it happens, then we'll deal with it. That's what I'm saying is you guys need to pressure them and say, hey, you say what's gonna happen, then let's
You need to
deal
go
with
to the
it.
county commissioner meeting and state the same opinion.
We have been given them pressure. And that's why they're
Okay.
as far into it as what they are. Because the studies that have been done have pointed to that area for years and nothing's been done.
Yeah.
It is a tough situation for everybody here.
I know.
Army Corps of Engineers, I'm not real happy with. I made them mad. I hurt their feelings, I guess, but anyway. I still have to work with them. But they don't much care about anything other than what's in the river. So, we just have to deal with it, and
And unfortunately, we're not a gateway to Yellowstone Park.
and we didn't
And we all
have,
know that when we moved here. This is a sleepy little community that doesn't gain a lot of attention. But that's what we're dealing with, is we're not gaining a lot of attention.
no, we're not.
If they lived all on the river.
I agree with you 100%, but I don't know what the fix is.
We're working on it, that's all I can tell you, and it's a problem.
Speaking of railroad, how much is that road the railroad's responsibility? 'Cause that's the worst part of Fromberg is that railroad on either side. It keeps popping. Everything I see railroad people like all the time out there, but it's the same crap they're doing every time. Within a week or two, it's crap.
I've been trying for
No offense to you, you're
years.
trying, but they're doing crap.
At least the 4.5 I've been here, we have tried. You give them a phone call, you know, you get is we're gonna let you know. Yeah, cause they know they can buffalo and kick you down the street all day long. Dealing with this.
No,
Frustrating.
the railroad is a different,
Entity altogether. I
a
got it.
different entity, and we just have to do the best we can with them.
Oh, buddy, I'm gonna go to the door.
I can say that Jay has done a very good job working with the railroad. They will talk to him sometimes. They won't talk to me, you know, but they recognize his number and they will talk.
No, they do answer it. I've only yelled at them a couple times.
Well, face to face works better than a phone call any day.
They won't even talk to you face to face, I tried earlier.
Yeah,
They just turn around and walk off from me, won't even speak to me.
All right, next time do face to face, I'll get the tires. You look the other way.
okay. Let's move on. Any other public comment, any other questions for the council?
That makes sense.
Council have anything? Okay, let's go ahead, approve the minutes. We've had several meetings since, yes, Lisa.
I just want to say first that the very last one on the list is not present in this. I tried today, but I couldn't get that one done because it's a long one and I kept
The
getting
29th?
interrupted. Yes,
So that's not in.
It will not be in this
it was
one.
planned on, but I kept getting interrupted the last.
Okay.
Make a motion, we approve the minutes from June 14th.
We have a motion and a second to approve the minutes for 06/14/22. All in favor?
Make a motion to approve 6-15 minutes.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second to approve the minutes of 06/15/22. All in favor?
Aye. Make a motion to approve 06-16 minutes.
And I'll second that as well.